Hi everyone, my name is Natalie, also known as Noodly, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide. I'm so excited. It's by the creators of Stanley Parable, apparently. Please make sure audio is on. It's on. Should I turn it up? Oh, should I turn it up on for you guys? Can you hear it? I can hear it.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide.
Whoa,
My
he's
name
talking
is
to
Davey
me.
Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable.
Shut up,
and
you
while
do
that
hear.
game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Okay, I'm turning it up for you guys.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to
love
start
that
you
I'm
off,
just staring
this
at a
is,
white
I
screen.
think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this?
Okay.
This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Wow. Also, I just realized it'd be really helpful if I had captions. Email? Really? True? Yes? Okay, what is this, portal? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh my fucking god! What is happening?
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
I actually got jump scared. Ah! I'm going towards the light. That was a bad decision. Oh my god, I actually just had a heart attack. All the cool kids don't know how to read. So true.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Whoa.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then
I
clearly
ran out
there
of
are no
bullets.
enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
I can
Enemy
jump.
force neutralized. Begin shield activation.
Oh.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
That's funny. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Okay.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I wonder if I could go back in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sensitivity.
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
I knew you would say something. Alright. Nah, I'm going back. I'm not doing that.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting.
Perfect.
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam.
I'm gonna die.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Well, I guess I kind of have to.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Is this a superhero origin story? Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Off I go. Oh, there's the maze.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs.
Right.
So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Ooh. Oh. The past was behind her. Oh. Oh.
Yep, in this
Oh.
game you can only walk backwards.
Okay. Why is this wall weird? For no reason.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Oh. How does the future keep changing? If I go back, is it gonna change? Huh. What? What the hell? Where did this open? When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Okay. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
Interesting.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Oh. Scary. I'm very confined. I can only be in, like, the middle of the path. You are now entering...
And that's it.
What?
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay, sure.
Oftentimes,
Oh.
Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
What did it say? Nonsense.
I wish
since
I'd
the
known
very
him at the time
beginning?
that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do? I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to check it out. Up we go. Ooh, don't look down. Oh, brother.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
So am I crazy, or is there absolutely definitely 100% an achievement if I don't speed it up and I play it the way Coda intended? This is Coda's game. I want to play it the way that it's meant to be played. We got like 4 stairs left. Do you think I'm gonna return to normal speed at the top of this, or what? Surely. Wonder how long this took. I'll put in how long this took in the video. Honestly, it wasn't that long. I did it. I'm here. Through the door. You're telling me I didn't get an achievement for this? You're telling me I don't get an achievement for playing Coda's game the way Coda intended? Really? Well, that seems messed up. That seems incorrect. I'm like fully in the room now, guys. Nothing? Really? Is this mirrored? What is this? There's a light. Whoa. Press U to surrender? You construct a wall. The wall is destroyed. You're given a medal. Stand on an X, staring at a bear for 3
room
hours.
that's warm and nice and
You are
filled
a
with
gate.
little ideas for games.
Okay. I pressed enter.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as
The game
cold or
is nothing but
distant.
giant blocks
He
of
said that
text
he knew
explaining
that
what's
he was
happening.
actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow
That's funny.
climb to get there.
Whoa, that's cool. Play as a pair of floating eyes emitting footstep. Oh. I wasn't done! Dang it. Ready, set, fish. Man, I didn't get a freaking achievement. Maybe this game doesn't have achievements. Maybe the achievement is the game.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
I did it. I didn't do it. Oh. I'm actually
Don't forget
so
that solution,
smart.
because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
What's
We're
with
gonna
these
see it a
three
lot.
dots? They're like everywhere. Cool.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. Whoa.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
I don't know. Oh, we're back. I am now entering. I am
So
now
this,
exiting.
combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a
Right.
bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in. Some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
The great and lovely descent. I almost said desert. Whoa. Thumbnail! I think that's everyone's thumbnail. Thumbnail! Wow.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games,
The
Coda is using an
Streetwise
engine
Fool.
called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's
Really?
why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Wait, I want to see what's up here.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to
can't.
the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Okay. Yo, is this parkour? Hup! Oh, hell yeah. Can I just, like, drop down? Whoa! Oh, right. This is the descent, right? What if I just... Oh. Pushed me over here. I want to walk down it for realsies. Oh, I think I would have had to. There's a wall. Cool. Okay. Oh. What was that noise? What? What is it, like a jail? Oh. Why am I scared? I don't like it, I don't like it, Coda. I'm frightened.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
That's crazy. Do you think there's a thing where if you stay in there for an hour?
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot.
Definitely.
You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
He's so philosophical. He's like one of those artists. Can I be honest? He's like one of those artists where like you go to this museum and the museum is like, this artist was one of a kind. He was the best. He put the most thought into everything. We just don't understand how his brain works. And his like art is like just a red square with like a yellow line through it. It's like that. But I feel like the game format works so much better. Hey, we're outside. It's those 3 dots again. I bet it's like his like signature, you know? That's how you know you're playing a Coda game.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Is there, and listen, I'm just saying, the music is so loud, but your voice is not loud. So I need you...
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over.
Right.
But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Interpretation. I like walking through everything. Jump pretty high. Oh! What's this? Oh! Hello. Oh, you there! Did you come
Here,
from up
Coda
above?
begins using a kind
What
of
was up
dialogue
there?
system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities.
Yes.
Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. All 3 of them are right. Well, I'll talk about the prison. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming in here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I'd prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. What? But you don't understand. You're trapped here. That puzzle is our only escape. We need to get through it. You think you want to get through, but trust me, you don't. Let me describe it for you. Let me tell you all about what is over there. Alright, I'll tell you how to solve it. You think you want to get through, but trust me, you don't. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing I want more. Interesting. Oh. Hello. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No. We actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. Or I don't recall a space between the doors. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Whoa. Okay. Creepy.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Hey, I'm outside. But like, on the street. Oh, wait, no, I'm in a courtyard.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to
Right.
appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination.
These are
Which is
brown,
what this lamppost
and everything else is white.
It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. Oh, I'm fading out. (2009). Still. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. That cannot be true. Nice room. Not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but
How do you
this
beat this
game is
game?
not connected to the internet.
Yeah.
All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the
point
first
to
game of
this.
his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up.
Wow.
I saw him working on this
Oh my
very level,
God.
and it was just so different from anything that anyone
Oh,
else was
holy
doing.
shit.
So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too
Hello.
pushy, trying to get his attention.
Reasonable.
I was over enthusiastic. But he was
Everyone
very
read
gracious about it
this.
and very
Hey.
patient with me.
This place
And I
makes me
cooled off
sad.
eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to
In a
me they
world
convey a
full
sense
of
of
notes,
loneliness.
one man will read all
I
of
see this
them.
person who's
This
filled
summer,
with
you will
thoughts
believe blue
and
speech bubbles can
feelings
talk.
and beliefs and has no way to express
cabin,
them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Do not be afraid. Do you care?
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the
Something about a
voices in their
flying
head
penguin.
and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Balls.
I could just get to know you through your work.
I want to tell you a secret.
I think this is
Once
why
upon a
I
time
always liked
did
Coda's games so much. is because
Define
it
fun.
felt like they let me have that
I'm king of
connection.
the world.
I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
I wonder if you can like cheat the game and if any of these actually have messages on them. You know? I refuse to believe. But. I need to go to the freaking bathroom. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. Shut up. And was I not literally just freaking talking about art like that? Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? I would like very much to be desired. Ooh. Scared of writing something, don't want to feel judged. It's not very crowded here. You can go in here, I think. Welcome, congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Ethical. Well done. Painting. Stop faking it. Art. Whoever made this has issues. Wow. Trying to speak. Just hanging. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Sure. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going
Scared
to
of
see
writing
the puzzle
something.
again.
Don't want to feel judged.
And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Downward.
In each
keep
of his
digging.
games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Help. Help. How do you solve it?
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Someone did it. Ooh, the whispering is kind of driving me insane. How do you leave notes? Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Interesting. Porn stars
Okay,
die
this one is
too.
tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Well, this is nice. I am liking it so far. It's deep. It's deep. Porn stars die too. I thought it was gonna like repeat.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly
Oh.
interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Here's version 2.
Oh. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about... I'll be nice. How about a TV with surround sound? Well, that's not. It's a coffee table. 10 stoves lined along the wall. I think we should light up this room a bit. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah. And a table. You need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? Whoa.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Okay.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Alright, guys, there's no way I'm gonna remember this. I'm actually gonna write it down. I feel like I need to. Table. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Frame. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Lamp off, then on. Guys, I'm gonna break out of prison. You don't understand. Now go to the left side of the sofa. Move it over a little. Sofa left. Left side. Did it. Finally, touch the shelves. Shelves. Shelf. Touch. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay. Ooh.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Oh.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Ooh.
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically
Hey, it's the
unraveling
puzzle.
through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of
Hey, it's
defense
his other game.
against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
Okay.
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
So dark. What is that? It's just a booth of some sort. It's a phone booth. Obviously, duh. Don't be stupid. Thumbnail. Oh, I can't move. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too?
It's a conversation. And
Yep.
so this is what
I
Coda wants,
was
is to be
in
able
the
to talk to
escape
someone,
tutorial.
to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from
That's
someone
where I
who
am
knows.
right now. Well, I'm
But
so
the
glad to
irony
know
is
that I get
even
out
in this
eventually.
scenario, you're still talking
What's it like to
yourself.
escape?
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
It's strange, but in a way I kind of miss being in the prison. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. It makes me feel really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know? I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe. Remember to enjoy being who you are right now. It won't last. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. Give him hope. What did they tell you? What did you have to do to get out? All they told me was to be sincere. They asked me how I felt about being in prison. They just talked to me for a while. What? That freed you? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me, or it will make sense. Just talk to me. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I'll be here for as long as you need. This is sad.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I think
So what would it
Coda
look like
should
if Coda
see a
wanted to make a game about
therapist.
talking to someone other than himself?
Oh!
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Here it is. Oh my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll
Don't worry
notice
about
that the
me.
quality of the art
Place
is a
is
step
nice,
up
I'll be
from
glad to stay
previous
here all
games,
night.
including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night. Well, now you just might be getting a little ahead of yourself there, no? Why don't we start cleaning and then you decide whether you can do it all night? I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Did it. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. How'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I've never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. Never did like cleaning my own home. Might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. Oh, speaking of demons, someone put this couch all in a mess. Would you come out and straighten these pillows here? Oh dear, it looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. Did it. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. Okay. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Yep. Perfect. Now then, how about you come clear these dishes off
After the
the table?
intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it
House
sit
cleaning is so
and
difficult. How
digest
do you do
inside
it?
of you, and
Carl?
eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you've absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you?
I know that
Present
Coda
you
really
wants
liked
to
this
smooth
game.
out the rug in the bedroom.
Of all
Believe
of
it
his
or
work,
not.
actually, this was
Trust
the
me on
only
this
one that
one.
he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just
Looks like the
walked
tub has
around
gotten
with a
rather dirty.
constant
Would you mind
smile on
tidying
his
it up a
face.
bit? Earlier, when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? I want to be nice to the guy. Anyway, so housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. He doesn't want to face the truth. The orchid thief.
I'm glad he made this.
Oh goodness,
I'm glad
those
he
pillows
found some
over on the
peace.
couch are a real mess. Question.
But, of
Do you
course,
enjoy this?
it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Oh. I thought it was way longer. Okay. Through the door.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Oh, there was a tree. Items you love
This
at
one
members
gets a
only
bit
prices. Oh. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I moved. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted in yourself? Compared to whom? You feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp, and the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is
About
easy.
halfway through the
It's
game,
so
the
easy.
perspective shifts.
Being perfect is effortless. On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society.
You play
Kids should
as
not
the
follow
teacher.
their dreams.
And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? Being alone must be awful. I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Well, let me tell you right now. If it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking's not hurting my life. If you're torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. You understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path? Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Just kidding. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? There is no truth. There is no path. We'll get back on track. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Holy shit, you guys! Something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out! Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Nothing. No one.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I
Perfection.
feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little
It's so
flaws that make them
satisfying to look
painfully
at.
human.
It's like a fever dream.
I think about this game a lot these days.
Huh.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
I feel like I've seen this before. Well, I definitely have. I've watched someone play this game, but I don't remember it. This feels familiar. It just got so quiet. Like, really quiet. Oh. Oh. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Okay. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello? Hello? That's it? It's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There are a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. I miss Stardew. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you had to make? You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it all up again. How? That was the most normal one. You'll freak her out if the conversations get that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Oh, brother. Okay, I'm leaving. Oh. I'm in prison again. Okay, yes. Now this is working.
Ends with this
is what it was
premonition
like.
of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very helpful when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Dang. Oh, Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. What's happening? Can I move? Is anything going on? I'm opening. Blind! Help! I'm blind! I can't see. We're running into a door! Am I gonna be killed by a giant door? Someone talk to me! What's going on?
You should probably open your
on?
eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Tell me how to solve this. There was a giant door and then my vision went black. Oh. Whoa! Okay. Get in. This just feels like it's the only way I'm making any progress. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
We're going
Here
to be
was the
okay.
point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
They
After
weren't
this
already?
game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Hello? Whoa. Hello? Is anyone there? Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that I used to protect me, to start it again. I don't know if I have to pick a right answer. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What? I can take you to
If the
it,
last game
there's a
featured
problem.
Coda talking explicitly
It's
about
guarded
his
by a
creative
difficult
frustrations,
puzzle.
this
You can
one
help me
turns it up
solve
to
the
11.
puzzle. We'll find
Now,
the machine.
put yourself in
Deal?
my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Deal. I
And yet
press
still,
3.
he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Perfect.
Why? What is it for?
Come along. I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not
Hey, I
releasing them onto
recognize
the
this.
internet. And so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
First, you have to open the door. Now what? You have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Now just press the switch here. Ah, that was so
You
simple.
can't talk
I
yourself
never
out
solved
of
it before
loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
What are you talking about? You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Sure, making games is easy. Ah, that feels wonderful. Why did the walls just crumble? Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. It's easy. It never stops being easy. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me.
Every
I was
time I
watching
make
him do
something,
this
I
to
feel
himself,
better
and I
about
hated it.
myself.
I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I
None
really
of this
cared
is
about.
helping.
And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
It always pays off eventually.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything.
I will be saved by
I
my
felt
work.
so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
This sound of like crying is so like I'm like, oh my god. It's kind of beautiful.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Okay. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. We can begin the interrogation whenever you'd like. I intend to be quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh, good heavens, do I have to? There's so many people. Whoa. What will you do with it? Oh, I'm not reading all this. Oh.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive. It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No? Nothing? Alright then. I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. Whoa. My friends! It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. I'm addressing my people. Let us show it that we are not failures. Oh wait, I said we will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. God damn it. Follow me. We will destroy everything that the machine has created. If you put those lights on me again... Wow. Ah, get rid of it all.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Is that what this... That's what... Right. You're like doing that right now by showing me all these games. Oh, I'm falling.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh. Put down your weapon. Do I have to? I can't move. At all.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Okay. This is deep. There's a lot going on.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
The sounds are crazy.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh,
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
there's gotta be someone that actually solved the maze, but it's not gonna be me. I bet,
And
like,
to be fair,
someone has
it's not
done
like
it.
this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Oh.
I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Does there
The
need to
only
be
way
one?
past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
151617. One, 6, 1, 7. Did it. How did you know that? This one's cool. Oh.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's
Oh.
literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Yep, you're stuck.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Giving you any way
I feel
to
like
fix
a
the
failure,
problem?
I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
I feel like you're being played
fail,
for a fool.
and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked
They're
him please to
games.
tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
I want to know that one too. Pink.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
Up we go. This is sick.
Where did I screw up?
Well, oh,
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
yikes. Yikes.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Ooh. Oh. What? Davey, what did you do?
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people.
said.
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Ugh. Whew. This is, hard pills to swallow. You're not my problem to solve?
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh, God.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And
Davey.
so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up.
But you did.
If
you
I
just
apologize to you
did.
truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
God damn! Epilogue. We're at a, like, where are we? Like a station? Yep.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Can get on this train. Do I have to go around? Do I not know how to get on a train? Oh, here we go.
Solution.
Whoa. Incredible.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Interesting. Oh, cool transition. So now we're in these spaces created by... Maybe?
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be
These
driven
aren't
by
Coda
other than
games.
validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Whoa.
What now?
I'm just gonna keep walking. What now, Davy? What now?
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Wow. The desert. I wonder if I could go back. Surely, but I won't. Probably just a waste of time. Do I have to jump? Oh. Oh. We're rising. I wonder if I could keep rising all the way back to the top. I won't, though, because I didn't get an achievement for moving all slow up the stairs, so... This game is kind of incredible. Kind of incredible. Oh my god, it's the beam. It's the laser beam thing. We're gonna have to sacrifice ourselves. Jump, jump, jump. God, I wish there was a There's a crouch? Since when? I cannot sprint, though. Not allowed. Am I gonna die or am I gonna get beamed up? Oh, I'm getting beamed up. Oh. Oh. Oh my. This is beautiful. Wow. This is nice. Like this is like a scene that you would want to like bleed out to. You know?
Turn back.
For R.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove
This project would
that
not have been
I'm
possible without the following
brave.
individuals.
Let me keep going.
Shout out Jack.
But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
This is nice. It's a little loud. Sorry about
And
that.
you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
I'm assuming this is the end. Really, at a time like this. And that's that. That was the beginner's guide. Wow, it was incredible. And now clearly, there's so much to unpack here. So much. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and unpack it all and then talk about all of the deep meanings and intricacies that this game portrayed and blah, blah, blah. This game's 10 years old. It's been done. But that was fantastic. Made you feel. Made you feel, man. Remember at the beginning of the game when I said that Coda's games remind me of those artists who take just like a canvas and paint it red and put a yellow stripe through it, and you know, everyone's like dissecting it and it's like, this is art. There's so much to this piece. Meanwhile, the artist is like in the back just like laughing their heads off with like $300,000 in their pocket now. I think I was actually spot on. I can't lie, I think I was actually spot on. It reminds me a lot of that, there was an art piece that I saw online where it was like, this artist got paid a lot of money to make a piece for like a specific museum. Like the museum paid them a lot of money. And all they did in the end was hand them an empty picture frame titled "Take the Money and Run." That's exactly what Coda was doing. I won't even lie. Great freaking game. Loved it. Guys, I still can't believe, you know what? And that makes me just like even more mad. That makes me even more mad with like how deep and meaningful this all was. It makes me so angry, like towards that girl that I've never met who plagiarized the whole thing for her freaking film project. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. So if you saw this, thanks. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Goodbye, everyone.